Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play East 8 Lacrimosa of Donna. When we last left off, we got a new party member here. We got Sahad. Sahad is a very interesting character, to say the least. Let's go to his skills real quick, because I didn't really get a chance to touch on them a little bit in the last episode. He has High Wave and Vortex. And I showed off what they did. Vortex is a really big spinning move, and High Wave creates like a big wave type attack. If you look down in the bottom right of the screen, you can actually see the type of, like, the area in which the attack will actually hit. He's kind of a tanky slash slow moving heavy hitter kind of guy. He's pretty interesting. Sahad is Sahad. You kind of need him for the game, obviously. He's gonna take care of those other enemies that we haven't had a chance to be able to break them yet, because we needed his type of attacks. Let's just take care of this guy real quick, because I wanted Laxia to level up. Excuse me a second. Change my monitor volume, and yeah, let's play around with him. So, well, I don't want to target these guys. I want to target these guys, because these are the dudes that are weak against Sahad. Sahad, like I said, he's big, he moves slow, but damn, he hits like a truck. Like, if you use his shockwave ability, high wave ability, I mean, like, he's already dead. He's already dead. Because that's the way Sahad works. But you'll also notice that in comparison to Adol, and in comparison to Laxia, Sahad moves very, very slowly. Well, not too slowly, but, you know, slow enough. And, yeah, moving around with him on the island is kind of a pain. You can even tell that his dash isn't even that fast, where Adol's moving like goddamn Sonic the Hedgehog over here. So yeah, like, when you see me play through this, and you see me not playing as Sahad when we're exploring and stuff like that, it's mainly just due to movement. He's very slow, he's very clunky sometimes, and, well, he's not a bad character by any means. You can definitely tell that for this point of the game, like, he's just kind of slow in comparison to the rest of the party. But again, he's not a bad character. I mean, look at how much he can just kill things instantly. He hits hard, and that's important. Sometimes you just want to clear a group of enemies, and Sahad's high wave ability can just do that. He's honestly really fun to play. It's going to take you a little bit to get used to him. But yeah, when we last left off in the last episode, we also fought a boss that we'd never seen before. And now we pretty much just have to return back to base, which, if you remember correctly, if you open the map, you can actually do. Now, it does say story destination, because if I'm not mistaken, there we go. You can, like, zoom out and see where we have to go, and this is the place we have to go. So if you remember correctly, if you open up the map and you click here, we can fast travel to that crystal. So let's do that now. Adol, you're back. Who might this be? Adol? Adol introduces Sahad. You're the captain of the Lombardia. Sahad, I am truly sorry for it. Wasn't your fault. Huh? Judging by the current and the weather, that was no ordinary sinking. Pretty sure them scary-looking tentacles are at fault for what happened. What we should really be worrying about is who those tentacles belong to. I really hope it's not the legendary Kraken. Anyway, I guess we can chalk this up to bad luck. I may be just a fisherman, but we men of the sea gotta stick together. Ha 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 ha! Thank you, Sahad.
I hope this means more castaways are gonna start showing up. Oh?
And who might you be?
I ran across him while I was searching this area.
Hey, Adol! Looks like our bad luck hasn't quite run out yet. Of course I did. I'm totally fine. It's gonna take more than some giant tentacles and a sinking ship to kill me. After the attack, I grabbed hold of some floating debris and rode the current till I washed up here. I swear, this stuff only happens when I'm with you. Never a dull moment when you're around. Maybe. Not as much as you do, though.
How can they be so cavalier?
I guess that's what makes those two adventurers.
I don't know what your deal is, but I can already tell I'm gonna like you both.
Adol, we've been through a lot today. Let's compare our information so we can plan our next course of action. As you can see, we now have the makings of a base camp in place thanks to Dogi. The sun is already beginning to set. Let's rest up here for tonight.
Are you certain, Doki? Yeah. I washed up on the beach just south of here, and I definitely saw another set of footprints in the sand. You don't think? It could be another Lombardia passenger. It's quite possible that several passengers have drifted ashore into this island. Also, the footprints weren't that big. They could have belonged to a woman or a child. Oh, that's worrying. Yeah, I searched the area, but they must have already left. We should search for them at once, but it's simply too dangerous to explore an unfamiliar area at night. I hope they're safe. Let's search for them in the morning, Mr. Kristen. Yeah, I agree. Something else I'm worried about is the monster that attacked you. All my life, I ain't never seen a beast that ferocious. Based on your account, that beast may be indigenous to this island. I can't believe something so large and aggressive could be lurking here. Beasts like that pose a real threat to us castaways. If there are any other passengers on this island, we gotta find them and bring them here fast. Yes. We should fortify this area to better defend ourselves. No, that's not it. Starting tomorrow, I'd like you to oversee the development of this base, Dogi. Sure thing, but what do you want me to do exactly? We need to build up our base so the castaways can be safe until we escape. We obviously need a shelter for inclement weather, but we also need a place where we can store food. Eventually, we need to build a facility where we can construct the ship we'll use to escape. Wow, you're serious about this. Sounds like you want this base to become a regular castaway village. Indeed. I think you're the perfect man for this job. I'll assist you in any way that I can. Just leave it to me. I can't wait to get started. Adol, I'd like you to continue drafting the map while you search for your other passengers. Perhaps tomorrow you can expand the scope of your exploration. Adol nodded. Still, knowing monsters roam this island. Adventurer or not, I must admit I'm worried for your safety. Much as I'd love to join you, Adol, I gotta take care of things here. In that case, I'll go with him. That beast may have gotten the jump on me, but I'm a good tracker and pretty damn strong too. I see. Then please accompany Adol. What about you? You gonna go with Adol too? Yes, I will. Haha! Welcome aboard! Now then, I think we should all get some rest. We've had a long day ahead of us tomorrow, and plenty of work to do. Thank you. Chapter 1, The Isle of Saren, has been finished. Come on, back in the barn, everyone. Yes, you're such good boys. Adol hears a girl's voice that he does not recognize. Is this a dream? What's the matter, Donna? Father? People are coming this way, to this valley. Another vision, then. Yes, its hue was crisp and clear. I think they'll be here tomorrow morning. Donna, are you? I'm okay. I personally decided to do this. You don't need to worry about me. I'm fine. I understand. Still, I wonder who they are. They didn't look like people I know. They were wearing robes and riding carts pulled by big beasts. They're probably not merchants either. They've never come this way during the rainy season. I wonder who you saw. The temple of the great tree? The hallowed ground before the great tree of origins, where the maiden resides. Then Donna is... Yes, your daughter has been blessed with outstanding essence. We've come to escort her to the temple. This is so sudden. Yes, we understand that. However, as you no doubt aware, your daughter was chosen by the Oracle. I know. We can't refuse. Father, I've decided. The houses visited by the messenger are said to receive blessings afterward, right? And... Chapter 2. The Castaway Banquet. Good morning. Why do you look so tired? I had a weird dream. A weird dream? I guess even adventurers get the occasional nightmare. We're supposed to search for more castaways, remember? That's right. Let's get going. You mean right now? Before we go, there's something I'd like to show you, Mr. Kristen. While I was out for a walk this morning, I found a crate that had washed ashore. Inside, I found some clothes that looked to be your size. What kind of clothes? They're well made and look appropriate for exploratory excursions. Please, come this way. Now that looks like something you could put on the front cover of a video game. What do you think? These clothes are certainly more durable than a sailor's uniform. Thanks, I like them. Please don't get the wrong idea. Given the circumstance, I merely thought we should use whatever we could find. Anyway, I still hadn't seen Sahad this morning. Let's find him so we can begin our search. It's a little quick costume thing you can do if you just go to... If you just go to the menu, good lord, you can come down here and just switch Adol's costume. Like I said, I do have one for Laxia, but I don't want to show it right away because I swear it's important. Let's go find Sahad. But what was that weird vision or dream or whatever Adol had? It seemed very, very interesting. But I guess there's nothing much we could do. Well, you found Sahad. You seriously couldn't look outside? Alright. Hey, it's Adol and the little lady. Where'd you find that get-up, Adol? A special gift from a special someone. I just found it on the beach. Please don't make it sound so weird. Anyway, what are you two doing here? Sahad and I woke up early, feeling pretty hungry, so we came here. I gotta eat breakfast and take a dump afterwards, or else I'll get all antsy. Excuse me? Would it kill you to behave with a modicum of modesty? You know, like a proper adult? What's the matter? Feeling hungry too? Sounds like you got a healthy appetite. How dare you? That was most definitely not me. Mr. Kristen, apologize at once for making such vulgar noise. I'll be more careful. It's fine, as long as you understand. Anyway, we're definitely gonna fall behind if we head out on empty stomachs. I got a lot of heavy lifting to do, but I'll see what I can do about our future situation first. Say, Sahad, you're a fisherman, right? Think you could catch us some fish to eat? Huh? What do you think you're talking to? I just gotta scrounge up the right tools first, but yeah, I can make that happen. Well, that settles it. Why don't you head to the beach with Sahad and catch us some breakfast? In the meantime, I can get a fire ready so we can cook your catch. Must I really go too? I've never caught a fish before. Don't worry. I'll teach you how to bait and hook and cast a line. Remember, if you want to eat, you gotta fish. Very well then. Oh yeah, one last thing, Adol. There are perhaps some facilities in the village that might help you out. Facilities? Well, I guess they're not facilities in the usual sense, but still, why don't you check them out before you head to the beach? Yeah, we can check them out. We gotta be fast or else Laxia's stomach is gonna keep grumbling at us. I already said that noise didn't come from me. I love these two, especially Sahad. I love this man. The whole cutscene where he was like really serious and like he understood the situation, he knew what to do. That is exactly the reason why I love this guy. Sure, he could be quite a bit of a dork, and he may be crude, but when the time comes to it, he's just a good boy with a good sense of heart. Captain Barbaros went for a walk first thing in the morning. Man, I have to prepare breakfast before he comes. So you do me a favor and catch some fish. Should already check out the facilities on your way out. So we could check them now, but yeah, we can check them now. This looks like where Dogi is storing the village's materials. There's a note here. Let's read it. Warehouse rules. I'll explain this better than... I mean, Dogi doesn't really mention it much here. He just writes a really funny letter. Reminds me of an old-timey trade system. I bet this will come in real handy. So, item exchange. After collecting a certain amount of materials that can be traded for materials of superior quality, basically the way this works is that if you pick up an item as you're traveling across the fields, if you collect enough, you might be able to trade those items for an even better version of said item. So as we can see here, if you want a sturdy bone, you'll need at least 10 light bones in order to get it. This one thing is so dang important in like most of the game that we're going to be playing, because this thing will have things that if you're just missing a certain item, or you can't find something, there's an 80 to 75% chance that it's going to be in this thing. This is really, really important, and I genuinely cannot stress enough how good this whole system is, and it only gets better as the game progresses. Honestly, it's really good. Utilize it as much as you can. I'll be using it a lot during this playthrough. There's a high chance of that. But even more importantly, we got this area. A hammer and a rusty anvil. What's this for? It's for maintaining our weapons. True, we might be able to do some minor upkeep on our weapons. Oh, I get it. Simple but helpful. All we need to maintain our weapons are the proper materials. Materials? Oh, that reminds me, I found this near the shore. We got iron ore times 5. This might come in handy. If you have time, let's try it out. Do have time. Enhancing weapons. Materials are used to enhance weapons. Select a weapon to enhance, you enhance it, and then it'll increase their stats, as you normally would. This is semi-new to the E series, if I'm not mistaken. I know there have been games where you can upgrade your weapons, like, I know ALOT of Tutorials did something like this, as well as some of the earlier East titles. I want to say one of the later ones did it too, but I genuinely don't remember. But in games like ALOT of Tutorials and E7, you just bought new equipment, so I'm really kind of glad that the system returned, and let's actually use it because we can. So for the short sword, all you need are 2 iron ores and a murky mucus. We have plenty of those. This is why I was saying it's really good that we got those extra 3, because we'll be able to enhance everybody's weapon at this point, which is pretty nice. A lot of the items that you'll be needing will be kind of the same throughout the adventure. You can upgrade it to level 3. I don't recommend that you do right away, and there's a very specific reason why I say don't do it right away. But don't worry about that. As you can see, it'll plus up the strength of each weapon that we're going to be upgrading. As you can see, while we needed the iron ore, Alaxia needed thin hides, while Adol needed murky mucus, and I believe Sahad needs light bones. We have plenty of these. So let's just do it. But as you notice, Sahad kind of has something interesting about his weapon. It also lowers his defense. I don't know why. I don't know why it does this, but it is kind of worth to get the extra strength. But if you're kind of worried about maybe losing that little bit of defense and you're really not too sure, maybe hold off on it. I wouldn't blame you, but honestly, it's not that big of a deal. I don't know why they make it lose his defense. I really don't. It's kind of odd because I always thought Sahad would be like the tanky character, so he'd like get his defense high enough, but it's kind of a counterbalance. It's weird. I don't get it. That doesn't matter, because now we're going to do one of the best mini-games in the entire game. Atlas and the others went to the beach and used the driftage to make improvised fishing rods. From there, Sahad began to teach them how to fish. With the waves this calm, this is a perfect day for fishing. Alright, let's catch us some fish. Where do we even start? Typically, you want to find a spot where there are lots of fish and cast your line there. Isn't spotting fish easier said than done? Lucky for us, there are lots of fish swimming around this island. We don't gotta look that hard to find them. Look, over there, check it out. Sure enough. Is that? Aye, those are fish shadows. Means there's a fish gathering near that spot. Might even reel a big catch if you're lucky. If you ever want to fish, keep your eyes peeled for signs of fish activity. That makes sense. One more thing. You can't fish without bait. Obviously we need bait. I just wish it wasn't worms. Fish tend to like the local bait. You know, nearby critters and such. Just do a little exploring, and you'll find a whole bunch of them. Anyway, experience is the best teacher, so come on, let's do some fishing. I couldn't agree more. Is it really a true video game if there's no fishing activity to be done? It is the best thing that the E-Series has ever introduced, bar none. This joke to you was brought to you by Arch Taco, the man who really got mad that I barely talked about fishing in my review of the game. But yes, fishing. You can fish in any body of water. You press up to pull out your fishing rod, you cast it with X, and when the fish bites, you press X again, and then we play a fun little minigame. And as Sahad said, you can only catch fish where there are fish shadows. Fish shadows indicate fishing spots where the odds of howling a big catch are increased. Kind of the way this works is that as you move throughout the game, you're going to be noticing these little fish shadow spots, and you just cast your line and hope what you get. But after multiple fishing attempts, the shadows will vanish. I don't know if that's permanent, but they do vanish for quite a while, and I think they will respawn back after a little bit, but I genuinely don't know. You can still fish even if there are no shadows present. However, you may haul items or strange objects rather than fish. That is true, and we will be seeing a little bit of that, but we don't gotta worry about that. We don't have to worry about that right now. Let's just cast our line and hope we get a good catch. Let me wait. And we got a nibble. Let's pull it up. It was very easy. The minigame can depend on what kind of fish you're going to be catching. Obviously, bigger fish are going to be hard to catch, so there's going to be a lot of mashing. You'll have to move your analog stick in different ways if you hold down a certain button. It's honestly really fun for just a catfishing minigame, and it's fairly simple to grasp, so honestly, do it as much as you can. Trust me, catching fish is very important, and maybe not just for cooking, but hey. We also got a thin hide. You will obtain some items when you catch a fish. I think that's pretty fun, because it kind of gives a whole point to the fishing minigame. You're not just catching fish, you're also getting stuff from it. It's fairly interesting how it's been done. Ah, I've got a bite. Huh? It's stronger than I expected. I did it. Look, everyone, see what I caught. I'm just so surprised that I was able to catch one. Not bad. You're pretty good for a beginner. I think you two got real potential. Really? I can't explain what came over me, but it was rather enjoyable. Ha! You guys can keep those rods. Use them whenever you get the fish an itch. Also, it'll be really helpful if you guys could record every fish you catch. Especially if you get a craving for some grilled fish. Ha! We got a fishing rod, and we got some bait. That's pretty good. There is, of course, a record keeping for fishing. It's kind of important. We'll get to that a little bit later. He's good. Looks like we caught enough to make a hearty breakfast. Yes, I believe we finished everything that was asked of us. Let's return to Dogi. The fire should be ready by now. As they said, let's return to Dogi. The fire should be ready by now. I see no fire. Dogi, you're a fraud. Welcome back. Did you check out the facilities? Yeah, they'll come in handy for sure. You mean it? Then I'm glad I got them all set up. How'd the fishing go? See for yourself. Wow, nice haul. I'll start cooking them up right away. But how should I prepare them? We don't got much to work with in terms of seasoning. We'll have to make do with the natural flavors of the catch. In that case, I'll whip up some fish soup. As for the cooking utensils, I'll just have to whittle down some wood and use that. Make sure you don't chuck the bones. We can use them to make a hearty broth. Oh, great idea. Do you know how to cook, too? I'm decent at it, I guess. Oh, I see. You don't know how to cook, Laxia? Oh, well, I guess it's not that surprising. Sorry, I'm just used to servants preparing my meals. And this is a great opportunity. The recipe for this soup is so simple anyone can follow it. Why not use it to practice your cooking? How considerate of you. Thank you. Receives a recipe for fish soup, which means, of course, we get a cooking minigame too. The game's got everything. Meals. With the right recipe and ingredients, you can cook meals at campfires. We can learn how to cook them with recipe books, which you can find throughout the game, in treasure chests and stuff like that. And meals are pretty interesting in this game. Meals can recover the entire party's HP and add supportive effects. However, the only effect can be placed one at a time, so you can't like stack meals on top of each other to get like the craziest builds. You do have to pick one and settle for that for a little bit. And you can either rest at a camp or a castaway village to remove the effect, and vegetable juice can also remove the effect. We'll be talking a little bit about that a little bit later. It is kind of useful to know, but eh. Okay, that was a weak burp. I'm sorry. Ha! I'm stuffed. What'd you think, Laxia? Is your stomach finally full? Yes, thank you. I was wondering how we feed ourselves on this island, but I guess that won't be an issue for us. Now then, Mr. Kristen, we should begin our search for other survivors. Ah, that's right. Better get a move on, Adol. But before you head out, you might want to check with Captain Barbaros. Good idea. He just came back, so I know he's around here somewhere. Sorry, I can't be more specific. Check with Captain Barbaros, we shall. It is kind of important that we talk about him. If I'm not mistaken, he is in his usual corner just up here. So, let's head up here and let's talk with Captain Barbaros.
Ah, that's...
Good morning, everyone.
Morning! Morning!
Huh? That bird just talk at us?
It appears to be some sort of parrot.
It does, though I suspect it's simply unafraid of people, having lived his entire life on this deserted island. I thought he could prove useful if I taught him some simple words to use. Oh, I see. He's pretty smart for a bird. Indeed. He has already learned the basic greetings, so I suspect he comes from good stock. He needs a name, though. Speaking of words, my daughter just started talking on her own, too. Oh, that's sweet. Wait, you're what? You have a daughter? Huh? Of course I do. And let me tell you something, little lady. My wife, she's every bit the beauty you are. Really? For some reason, I'm very curious to meet her. Well, if you get out of here alive, we can all come and meet my family. Not many outsiders come to visit, so it'll be a real treat for them. I'll keep that in mind. You got any little ones, Captain? Yes, actually. A young daughter, just like you. Well, I'll be damned. Sounds like we both got one hell of a good reason to get out of here alive. Indeed we do. By the way, Adol, there's something I'd like to share with you before you go. We'll need a wide variety of materials to finish building the Castaway Village. But Toki and I will never be able to gather all the materials we need on our own. So I'd like to help you. I would like you to help us by gathering the materials we need while you explore. That shouldn't be a problem. Materials for building a village, huh? Materials for building a village, huh? So stuff like wood and stone. Actually, what we'll need will vary depending on what we want built. So I've come up with a bulletin board system. That way people can write down what we need. If you ever need anything specific, just write it here for all of us to see. Got it. We should check the bulletin board whenever we return to the village then. Oh boy, should we. That's right, it's a JRPG, and we got a little bit of an open world. We got quests too. Check the bulletin board for quests, then speak to the client for details. You know, the clients will display a particular exclamation mark whenever they have a quest available. And quest locations will be displayed on the mini-map with another type of symbol that you see there, which is really important. And it's really, really good too. I'm really glad they kept this. Completing quests will result in rewards and increase the client's approval. Everyone's current approval is displayed on the people section of the journal. That's all for now. Please continue your search for any other castaways. I'm counting on you. Alright, so that was a lot. I do want to explore a little bit, but honestly I feel like we just went through so much, and I know it's not really a very exciting episode because we didn't do a lot of combat, but we did a lot. Don't worry, we'll explore a little bit. I want to talk about though. Let's do some quests. Let's do some quests and then we'll end the video. So Captain Barbaros has a quest for us. I'd like to build simple beds for us. However, in order to do so, I will need you to supply the following materials. 3 sturdy lumbers. Understandable. And storage materials by Dogi. Let's improve our materials inventory. We have you collect some stuff? Come talk to me first. Some people won't actually tell you what they need. You'll actually have to go speak to them for what they need and stuff like that. You also have expiration dates where basically these quests will be available for a certain amount of time, and if you don't do them in a certain amount of time, they obviously run out. But the big thing I want to talk about is approval. Approval is so fucking important. I can't stress this enough. I will be kind of breaking the immersion here, and I'll be talking about some, not entirely, but a little bit of endgame stuff. As you can see, there is a lot of things here. But one of the most important things is at the bottom, if I'm not mistaken, which is reputation. This game, I believe, doesn't tell you outright that doing quests and helping build up these character approvals and stuff like that is very important. I won't really say what it's important for right now, but I highly stress that anytime a new quest is available, you do it. It is very important. You do need to do it. It is so fucking vital that if I wasn't told, I probably wouldn't have done the thing that's needed. At least not right away. It's very important that you do these as you can. So speaking of, let's talk to Captain Barbaros. Building beds. About that. I plan on building beds for us to use in the dorm. I was wondering if you could find 3 pieces of sturdy lumber for me. Of course, there's no rush. Let me know when you find them. Fair enough, there's no rush, which is always kind of good. If we check our materials real quick, which you can do here, you can see that we have 1. We have 1 sturdy lumber, and then we need 2. And if you actually come here, you can see that we can even get sturdy lumbers from getting 10 flexible branches, which is pretty great to have, I'm not gonna lie. We don't have to go out and collect them right now, but we can if we want to. Let's talk about storage materials. Alright, you're going to accept my request. Perfect, let me explain it to you. Alright, my request has to do with the warehouse here. As you can see, all the materials we collect are stockpiled. We have an exchange system in place, but some materials run out faster than others. Especially materials dropped by beasts. It's hard to maintain our stock when some items are used more often than others. Think you can help me replenish our stock? Of course I'll help. I knew you'd come help me out, buddy. Judging by our current inventory, I only need a couple of specific things. I need 12 murky mucuses and 8 light bones, more than anything else. If you can bring me those, then I think our storage situation will be okay. You can get those items for me? I know we can. Thanks a ton. When you got all the materials, make sure you bring them to me instead of dropping them off here. Very important. Catch you later, Adol. Alright, so we do actually have some stuff that we're going to have to find, which is pretty interesting, because I could have sworn... Oh, wait, do I have enough? Okay. This is what I was worried about. I do have the materials on hand. But if you remember, if you open up your journal, and you go to materials, light bones can be found from wargles, molevilles, fucking anything. This is one of the greatest things about this game, honestly. The fact that the game keeps track of what it can drop is incredible. So if you're noticing you're missing some light bones, maybe check out the enemies that you fought across the coast that you've already been to so far. Because chances are they can drop something. You need a light bone? Go fight a frickin' ramen. You need a murky mucus? Maltu's got your back, son. The journal is very important, and I will praise it to the day I die. But let's give him his materials because we actually have them all. We don't need to do anything. It's great. I think I'll reorganize the storage area next. Which is pretty much what he wanted it for. Thanks to you, our stock of best materials has been replenished. Now there's more to offer in exchange for rare materials. Take this for a job well done. We got a beast claw, which is actually pretty good. Good stuff, huh? When I'm feeling bored, I like to go out and flex my hunting muscles for a bit. Anyway, feel free to use the warehouse as much as you want. I'm counting on you, Dogi. Right back at you, buddy. You just leave this all to me. We got our quest done. His approval rating has gone up. We get more materials in exchange for it. It's all pretty dang good. As for the sturdy lumber, though, that's a little bit more a little bit of a problem. Because as you can see, it's actually not dropped by... Well, it is dropped by monsters, but we actually haven't met any of them yet. So, what I think we'll do is we will hurry to the next area that we need to go to. And that's where we'll end off the episode. So let's go. So where should we start looking for other castaways? Didn't Dogi say something about seeing someone somewhere earlier? My word, were you not paying attention? Sorry. Mr. Kristen, you remember where we're supposed to go, don't you? No, but I'm going to say north. It would seem being terrible at directions is no obstacle to becoming an adventurer. Dogi told us that he saw footprints on the shore to the south. We should consult our map as we proceed. It's funny because every time I play this game, I keep thinking the answer is not south, so I keep going for north. I've never gotten that right. It's incredible. But yes, we do have a new location to go. We want to go south. And if we check our map, we can do that by going this way, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Right? Let me double check that real quick. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the way we're supposed to go. Well, who cares? It's a fucking adventure. That's the important part. I guess I could play as Sahad a little bit more, but I don't want to. Like I said, Sahad is such an interesting character because he's just so dang slow that, like, I feel like a lot of people when they first play this game will probably not use him as often because, I mean, why would you use Sahad when you could just be a faster boy with a sword or a fast girl with a fence? I meant to say fencing abilities, but my mind just stopped at fence. No, actually.
Could you? Be quiet.
I love the little character interactions we get. They're all so enjoyable. I actually do want to play as Laxia for a little bit, because unlike Sahad and Adol, I believe, because I believe Adol has to, Laxia doesn't have any second ability, which is weird because she should have one by now. Yeah, that's certainly a thing that should be plausible, but you know, it's fine. And as you notice, this is actually the beach where we started off our journey on this island. It's kind of nice to revisit this place after we've done, not a whole lot, but, you know, enough to say we've gained a little bit of experience, and it's kind of nice to come back here. If I'm not mistaken, I don't believe there's a fishing spot here. Although I think there... Is there just none, period? Huh, okay. But what, there is an item over here, which is cool. We got sarin wheat, which I believe is a cooking material. Yeah. Yeah, always make sure to check every nook and cranny that you can. You never know what you're going to find on the other side. And I lied, there is a fishing area here. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to fucking fish.
I'm getting nervous.
Okay, good. I hit a circle. Come on. Come on. There we go. Oh, a little bit of a tougher boy. A little bit of a tougher boy.
Something.
Caught a mana. Laxia looks so damn proud. I love it. Alright. Well, that's disappeared. So let's head over here. I'm pretty sure this is the way Dogi was talking about, but it seems like it's still blocked off. My word. Oh, looks like this big tree is blocking our way. I don't think we can go around it. So we just gotta get this out of the way so we can head over to the other side, yeah? By we, are you including me? Nah, you just sit tight, Laxia. Me and Adol will handle this.
Wow! Red one! Wow! Adol!
Huh? Hey, little lady, knock off with that weird voice.
It wasn't me. The voice came from up above.
Wait a minute. Ain't that the parrot the captain was teaching to talk?
Indeed it is. I wonder, were you given a name at all?
Babe? My name is Little Pip.
Wow, that bird talks good.
Little Pero. So, that's your name.
Little Pero, messenger.
Messenger? What's it talking about?
Messenger, tell you a lot.
I think it might be trying to say messenger.
I tell, get treats.
Huh? It just flew away. Apparently, it needs more training to be a proper messenger. Oh, well. Come on, Adol. Let's get to work. Working together, Adol and Sahad tried to move the fallen tree out of the way. But as time passed by, the two eventually realized they just weren't strong enough. So they decided to return to the village, when suddenly...
Hey, Adol!
Look! Little Pero sent you to help us? Yeah, more or less. he's already proving very useful. In situations like this, where long-distance communication is needed, he'll be invaluable. Gotta admit, I'm pretty surprised. Nice work, little guy. I tell everything. You thank me. Now give me food. Considering that the captain has been training him, he's surprisingly rude. Sahad, salty. Laxia, scary. Huh? I think he might have picked up a new words while I was talking to him. I better be more careful or he'll relay a message I didn't mean to send. Perhaps we should all be mindful of that. Yeah. Anyway, is this tree that's giving you trouble? Is this the tree that's giving you guys trouble at all? Yeah? Can you help us out? Of course, that's why we're here. Now that Dogi's on the scene, you guys have nothing to worry about. Let's get to it then. Help request. If a large obstacle blocks the way forward, send a help request to Castaway Village. Be sure to find as many castaways as you can so you have enough people to clear an obstacle. Let's make a request.
Alright, let's do this. Yes!
I love little Pero just, Even with Dogi and Captain Barbarossa's help, removing the fallen tree was difficult. Though Laxia was reluctant at first, she soon joined in to help the others too. Though everyone was covered in mud when it was all over, they were able to clear the path. That's the important part. The tree was cleared, thanks to everyone's help. That was tiring. I'm tired, too. But it seems we finally made some progress. I wonder what we would have done if the others hadn't shown up. We might need everyone's help again if we encounter more obstructions in the future. If we find more castaways, I hope they'll be willing to help us. We just gotta take things one step at a time is all. At all. Little Pero, what are you still doing here? I see from sky. I tell you, you thank me. Nearby event points have been marked on the map. Man, what's this bird's deal anyway? Don't ask me. I'm just a bird. I know nothing. See for yourself. That bird cracks me up. Yes, stilted speech aside, he has already proven to be very useful. Well, now that everything is squared away, let's continue moving. I would say here we go. But we're kind of running out of time. And we're going to be doing a little bit more in the next episode. Do not worry. We still have that quest that we got to take care of. And we got to find more castaways. It's going to happen. I'm telling you it's going to happen. Do not worry about it. That's going to be all for today. I'm sorry there wasn't much action. I forgot how much tutorial shit there was at this point. But, yeah, that's an RPG. What can you do? I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I hope you guys are going to like the episodes that we're going to be getting, because they're going to be as spicy, let me tell you. This has been me, Matt. I've been playing VIII, and hopefully you guys have a good one. I'll see you all in the next episode. Take care.